What's going on, everybody? I appreciate those of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch on replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. So with these live chats, you can take part right along with us. Wasn't looking like I was going to be able to do a live stream today. It's been a very hectic day. I'm very wore out and tired. I've cut back on the energy drinks, so I'm not all caffeined up. So I'm a little fatigued, a little low energy, if you will. But I'm happy to be here. Happy to chat with you guys. Was originally going to go live with Mike from Day 3 Fragrances. Rescheduled with him very early this morning for next Thursday. He said it kind of worked out better that way anyway, so we're going to do that next Thursday. And I figured we just have a random chat. Let's talk fragrances. What the hell? Why not? Speaking of fragrances, I'm rocking Green Water from Jacques Fath. Talked about it in one of the two videos from earlier today. Figured what the hell? Was in the mood for it. Fresh green, citrus, good quality stuff, bright and fresh. Really good springtime fragrance, but really good summertime fragrance as well. Kind of like Mugler cologne, but higher quality. It's probably the closest representation of profile I could relate it to. Really, really good stuff. You can find it in stock somewhere. It's going to be like 40, 50 bucks. It's a good fragrance. So we don't have a whole lot of people here yet. I see we got a little over 20 people in the first minute. I have no idea what kind of crowd we're going to have here today. It was very last minute. I literally put this live stream together a little over 20 minutes ago. So it's not like it had time to sit there for people to get notifications and set reminders and stuff. So we're just going to roll with the punches. You know what I mean? Let's see who's here and who's doing what so far. Dan, not the man. Good to see you, sir. We're in Signature Port Home, a modern classic at this stage in life is how I would categorize that, if you will. Sean, good to see you, sir. Stop over in the Creeks. That's a good. I haven't worn that one in a little while. That's a good choice, man. Kajal Lamar, another great choice. And then Smoke Plum and Leather, on the other hand, something from Joe Loves. You're having quite the fragrant day, my friend. Cody Brunet, Cool Water Parfum. I rocked that bad boy yesterday. That's some good stuff. The Intense is pretty crazy strong for the South Louisiana heat, I got to say. You can get away with one spray on that fragrance in the heat like that. That's for sure. My man is definitely wearing Spice Bomb Night Vision EDT because it is definitely Thursday. Good to see you, my man. Devin, how are you, sir? Pacific Rock Moss, underhyped in my opinion. There was a time. There was a time a few years ago when it got its share. Club de Nuit Untold, nice and cotton candy smelling. Kaltat Lieb, Minty Orange Blossom Aventus. You have my intrigue. I see we got about 60 people in the first 3 minutes. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on your way in. I sure appreciate it. Louis Vuitton Lovers, I've been seeing a lot of posts about that one, but I haven't really read into them. I'm assuming it's pretty good. I don't have plans to buy it, so you won't ruin anything for me. So let me know. What do you think about it, Jamie? Luis, good to see you. Diptyque Philosopos, I believe is how you say that. I don't think it's spelled correctly, but I could be wrong. You might be spelling it right. It's been a while since I've seen it typed, since I've seen the label of the bottle. Antonio, good to see you, sir. Wood Sage and Sea Salt from Joe Malone. Welcome, sir. Yeah, just a random live chat, no topic. Basically, what we do at the tail end of every live stream, we're just going to do the entire live stream. We do these usually once a week, most of the time. It depends on the live stream scheduling, how it shakes out. Function of the Downfall. What's popping, Ross? From now on, you can call me Jason. Going to be tuning in consistently, sending day summer vibes from Dolce & Gabbana, the light blue flanker. Well, I sure appreciate that, Jason. Glad to have you. I will try to remember that. Do me a favor, and for a little while, don't change your avatar. That's how I'll be like, oh, that's Jason. That'll be how I can relate it to the face in the avatar. So, Jason, good to see you again. I mean, up until Seraphine Blue came around, I would say the greatest blue of all time, personally. Still one of the greatest. Best designer blue of all time. I'll definitely say that. Morning Chess. I've heard good things. I've heard that's Wilhelm's Aventus. YO Fresh, another one I wore this week. Great choice. Cool Water Intense is my scene for today. We were just talking about that one. Good to see you, sir. Mancera Intense Drapoise. That's a great fragrance. Coco Loco, you damn sure can't go wrong there. Smelled the original Spice Bomb, and it smells damn near 1-to-1 to Polo Beverly Hills Club Blaze. Yeah, it's very close. Definitely is very close. You can get away with Blaze for sure. That's the only Beverly Hills Polo Club fragrance I put the stamp of approval personally on because it's so close to Spice Bomb. But, you know, after 2 or 3 hours, Blaze is gone. So you got to keep that in mind. You're getting a huge drop-off in performance, but for like $12 for a 50 ml, I mean, pretty damn good, right? I have the aftershave splash for Blaze. It's actually really good. You inspired me to bust out YO Fresh for the first time this summer. So we got 2 in the chat wearing YO Fresh. Hell yeah. Virtus Eau de Cyan, very photorealistic seaweed kelp fragrance. My man smelling aquatic today. Damn, it smells good in the chat. Parody de Sins Valhalla. Never tried that one. We have somebody else wearing a Parody de Sins. Not Parody de Sins fragrance. Stop Over in the Creek is Rosa Marius. Sorry. Wrong brand. My bad. Sphinx Vanilla Azure. Rocking some Sphinx. You can never go wrong there. Oman Jane Ombre Royal. I've never tried. 902 and 903 I have never smelled. So I can't weigh in, unfortunately. My main man, Kix Griffey. Hey, yo. Sin of the day is Chopard Lemon Dolce. Hell yeah. That's not just Kix Griffey approved. That's TLTG and Giancarlo Burton approved right there. FWO for life. Wolfpack. A6 going crazy. My man saw my video I just put out a little while ago. Got them field trip recordings, A6 Gel Keanu 14 collabs that dropped last week that I did jump on immediately when they released, and they sold out of all sizes within the hour. They didn't sell out as fast as the Action Bronsons the hour before for New Balance, which I was in line for, and it just didn't happen for those two pairs. But these were the main ones I wanted. I got the main thing I wanted. So super happy to have these. Going to be some fresh heat for this Saturday's Sneaker News live stream. Subscribe to TLTG Kicks. My man Kix Griffey's going to be on the panel with me. We're talking about the rise of New Balance and the current state of Nike and Jordan with a little background info and everybody on the panel. Going to be a great time. Make sure you subscribe now if you want to be able to talk in the chat, because you got to wait 2 weeks in this live chat to talk. You got to wait 48 hours in that one. So now would be the time if you want to chat in there. Why I sell myself flanker by chance? I did. It's wildly redundant to the original. If you have the original, you do not need the parfum. It smells very, very close. It is smoother. It is richer, but it is the same profile. I would say if you don't have the original, get the parfum. If you do have the original, you're wasting money on the parfum because it's way too similar. Dan, good to see you, sir. Dior oh, hell yeah. Pre-workout meal, Panda Express, brown rice, teriyaki chicken, Angus beef, and steak. All right, hell yeah. Enjoy. I did see Randy's post about that. I saw the note breakdown. I'm intrigued. I definitely would like to try it for sure. Recommendation for a vanilla with some funk to it. A funky vanilla. Virtus Vanilla Oud's the first thing that comes to mind because it's got a little bit of that oud funk and it's very vanilla dominant. Saffron spice. That's the one that comes to mind. Virtus Vanilla Oud. Bit more expensive than your Starman Nebula that you're rocking, though. Just gonna throw it out there. The discount is you're looking like 120 range for 100 ml, which is very affordable for niche, but a little more pricey than the fragrance. I believe it's Fragrance World Starman Nebula that you're rocking right there, my man. So keep that in mind. But that's the one that comes to mind. That's top 5 in my collection kind of shit right there. It's green, almost like I appreciate you weighing in because I was very curious. Green Irish Tweed meets Santal 33. Because I'm not a Santal 33 guy, so that's a potential turnoff for me. But if it leans more Green Irish Tweed than Santal 33, I'll probably like it. It sounds interesting. I would like to try it. Kalen, good to see you, my man. Speaking of the panel for this Saturday, my man Kalen's going to be on there as well. Seraphine Blue today. Yo, chat. What's going on? Good to have you, my man. Not going anywhere most likely today, so I'm trying to get rid of some Youpom Absolute. Facebook groups or eBay is going to be your best bet. Speaking of Giancarlo, you have me looking at different colorways. The New Balance 996. Hey, man, the 990 V6. I got 2 more colors coming. They come in tomorrow. The Castle Rock Gray, the standard 990 New Balance Gray. I mean, you got to have a pair of the standard gray, right? And the work wears. I like these kind of awkward, not so popular colors like the sulfurs I grabbed. And man, aside from the crazy overpriced Action Bronsons, I damn near want every 990 V6. Like when it's all said and done, I might have like 8 different colors of that shoe. I got 3 right now. There's a few more that I definitely would like to get. Believe it or not, I like some of the basic colorways. I really like the Teddy Santis collabs and Joe Fresh good stuff. And 990s, man. Can't go wrong. You really can't. Pair of shoes I got my eye on is the Joe Geiger 004s. I don't think I'm familiar with those. Those don't ring a bell. Hey, we talk some sneakers now. We might piss a few people off. That 74 might turn into 50. Who knows? I mean, I'm game to talk pretty much whatever, you know. I've never tried anything from the brand. I own nothing from that brand. I'm not familiar with them. Platine Privé never fails. That's the one that I don't have in that line. I need to get it. Just the completionist in me needs to have it. Am I insane, or does imagination just a huge marketing push? I'm shocked at something so feminine. You find it feminine? Constantly in top 10s. That's just a personal you thing. A lot of people, I mean, look, I'm not a big imagination guy either, but I don't feel the way you feel. Maybe not to the extent of how you feel about it. I think it's a good fragrance. I don't think it's worthy of me dropping $300+ on. I don't even like most of the clones are okay. The original's better than the clones, but it doesn't compel me, and it shocks a lot of people because a lot of people love imagination. That's a lot of people's favorite from the brand. I'm more of a Pacific chill afternoon swim kind of guy. Really like a Raj too. California Dream kind of hits me home pretty well. But most people seem to really enjoy it, man. That's more of an individual thing for you. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody's different, You preaching to the choir over here, my man. Watermelon Shine, they got a new one coming. I forgot the name of it. He's deciding between two final renditions. He messaged me the other day about it. He's really excited for me to check it out. The new release. Shine Splash, I think is what he's calling it. Something like that. Ooh. I have some. Justin had me smell that one. Chris Collins. Man, his offerings, especially Oud Galore. Oh, man. You want to try something special? Moonflower smells like, but I think it's in the note breakdown. I don't know what that smells like either. Whittian, New York from Jason Bircher, my favorite realtor. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well today. Sauvage EDP. Barry, you can't go wrong with anything Sauvage, especially the main two, the EDT and the EDP. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, my man. You smell really good today. Dilly, good to see you, sir. L'Immensité. Good choice right there. I like L'Immensité more than Imagination too. That one's pretty good. Like a more ginger bergamot heavy, kind of like Tygar, like same family, not same profile, but I've had people tell me they get a relation, and I understand why. Not the same fragrance, but they share some similarity, and they damn sure do the same job. Happy Thursday to you as well. Facts on the M half. I'm confused by your comment. Facts on the M half, or even facts on the half. I don't know if you meant to put half instead of M. I'm confused. Can you elaborate? I'm a little confused. Saw a TikTok about John Cena. Oh yeah, he announced that at Money in the Bank. This year, he's going to have a run from January to December. It's going to be his last year in wrestling. So 2025 is going to be his final year. It's going to be all year throughout. He's going to wrestle at most of the premium live events. He won't be on TV all the time. I highly doubt that. It's going to be as full-time of a schedule as John Cena can do these days, because John Cena is a voiceover in every Honda commercial and Disney commercial and credit card commercial, and plus his movies and all that shit. John Cena is a very busy man these days. Explorer Platinum, great choice, underrated. Man, that's a great fragrance. It's one of the best I've ever smelled. Nuclear in general. Nuclear? You want a nuclear fougere. So you want to piss people off. You want people to hate your fucking guts, is what you're asking me. Because contrary to what the internet and a lot of content creators make you believe, if your fragrance is crazy strong, most people don't want to fucking be around you. That's the truth. Most people aren't going to say, oh my God, from 30 feet away, all I fucking smell is you. You smell so good. That ain't happening for real. That's not real life, man. I want to throw that out there to you. Don't let all these content creators and influencers and peers of mine make you believe that's reality. I'm not saying you won't get compliments more often than not if people can smell you more often than not, but there's also more often than not people are going to be like, oh, God, that dude is bathed in whatever the fuck that is. Get away from that guy. They won't even tell you that. They're just like, oh, fuck, let's get away from him. So nuclear is not always the route, my man. But since you're asking, I had to give you the game before I throw some recommendations on you, because I got to shoot you straight, man. Most people aren't going to fucking tell you the truth. They're going to tell you some bullshit influencer speak. Something like Scandal Parfum Cologne's really, really strong. That's one of my favorite aromatic fougères. Very spicy green. You don't get as much citrus as Danger Parfum Cologne from Roger Parfums. That's a really good one. Another one would be Dior Eau Sauvage Parfum. Very, very thick and rich. I mean, thick vetiver elemi citron. Still has some freshness to it, very aromatic, but very rich. That's one of the better fougères out there. That's like a 4-spray fragrance for me. That stuff's crazy strong. That's not near as expensive. You need a little over $100. You get 100 ml of that. That's a kind of that mid-range price, upper level designer pricing. Well, used to be. Now, standard for a designer retail is like 180. It's wild times we live in. Those come to mind immediately as far as like crazy strong that I can think of off the top of my head, but I meant what I said though. You don't need to be that guy spraying a bunch of sprays of some crazy strong fragrance. That's not going to work out the way you think most of the time. You're not going to have girls throwing themselves at you and telling you, oh my God, you smell so good, here's my panties. That's fucking fantasy world. I hope that was entertaining for a lot of you, and I fucking meant every word. I did. So my bad. Facts on the YSL flanker. Okay. I wasn't under, like the way it typed red, the way it typed in red, I was like, I don't know what he's trying to tell me. I want to know what he's trying to tell me, but I just didn't know. Apogeo Absolute, great choice. Great choice. Dominique, good to see you, sir. Boissé Fruité. So Mountain Water clone-ish. Boissé Fruité. I don't know if I've ever looked into that one. And it's kind of like Silver Mountain Water, but a Montal fragrance. You have my interest. Harold T-Cat. You have my interest, that's for sure. Percival is nice. That is nuclear, and I would kind of put it, maybe not as much of a fougere, but it can kind of fit the bill for what my guy is looking for. That 4-spray fill a room, even though you're going to go nose blind quick to it because it's full of synthetics. That'll do the trick. Yeah, Parfums de Marley Percival. That's actually a good recommendation right there. Just want to say I really enjoy your shorts, bro. Christian Dior Gris. I should appreciate that. Thank you, my man. I haven't done like a list shorts video in a long time. I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, man, I haven't done one of my like top 3s in a long time. And if you look at my shorts and arrange them popular, the 6 that are 100,000 plus views are top 3s. I haven't done. Normally, I just do whatever I'm wearing for the day. I'll say a few words and I keep it pushing. That's kind of my standard thing. Instead of doing this, because I used to do sin of the day posts, like a picture, and say, what are you wearing? Now I just say a few words about what I'm wearing, spray it on for a minute, and then people do their thing in the comments. Kind of works out a lot better that way. Another one wearing Seraphine Blue today. Excellent choice. Charuto Regal Reserve. I haven't tried it yet. I did see a post about it from Paris Corner, though. Royal Tobacco Clone. I definitely want to try that. Because the other 2 are really good. Their Tobacco Vanille clones are really, really good. Ordered another bottle, too. I'm assuming you meant Cidrapoise. Gonna buy that. Ooh. I had to put it back over here because I wore it Sunday. This is going to be like the one to beat this year for me as far as clones that I've picked up. I think this is my favorite clone I've gotten this year. I really like this a lot. That's why I started today's video with it. It's like, this is what gave me the idea, because it really did blow me away. Like I had no expectation when I went into it, because I didn't even know I was getting it sent to me. I had never heard of it. I'd never looked at a note breakdown. And when I smelled it, I was like, ooh, okay, this is me. And then I did a full wearing, like, holy shit, yeah, this is totally me. I really want to try Le Labo another 13, because that's what this supposedly is. And if the clone's that good, the original's got to be a real banger. The original's always, especially with niche, the original's always better. Very rare that it's not. We have similar style. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've never smelled it either. Like Kara's the one that threw it out there in the comments on the review, because I was like, I don't know what it's similar to. I'm sure it's a clone of something. I don't know, but I just judge it as an individual when I did the review, because I mean, that's the best way to go anyway. If you happen to know what it's similar to, yeah, talk about it, but still judge the fragrance on its own, right? And Kara, actually, Coconut Girl, as she's known here in the live chat, which I'm sure she'll be here at some point. If she's not already, I am behind in the comments. Shout outs to you if you are here, Kara. She got me twice this week, which is one that's like 1 million lucky. That made sense. It was Dumont fragrance. And this one was, she said online, they were saying it's Le Labo another 13. I was like, well, I had no idea. That's news to me. Turns out everybody else kind of piled on. Well, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. So I need to try that. I definitely need to try that, because I'm loving the clone. Mention a shoelace 70-something to 20. Say what now? You confuse me, sir. I don't know what that means. You mentioned a shoelace 70-something to 20. Say what now? Beg your pardon. Can you elaborate, Kix Griffin? Kind of like Ronnie Feig. We use Air Force One as a template. I'm not Air Force One guy. My wife likes Air Force Ones. I haven't had a pair of Air Force Ones since the early 2000s. I had some Hawaiian tropical ones. And that was the last pair I ever bought. And I actually sold those off. They were a limited run. I was able to, even though the ice blue, it was like a teal blue, ice blue translucent sole, yellow to just a little bit. I was still able to sell those for like triple what I paid them for. I had the force fields so they wouldn't crease in the toe and everything. That's a must if you're going to have forces. Forces crease like a son of a bitch. I feel like Pacific Chill is more. I like Pacific Chill way more. So much so that I actually bought the damn thing. I bet it's some nose fatigue, man, because it's a monster. I think tomorrow I'm finally, so it's been asked for a lot, been requested. I think I'm going to do my top 10 Dumonts finally. I've got like almost 30 of them now. It's like, all right, I can definitely whittle down what's my 10 favorites here. So, yeah, I'm going to do that video tomorrow morning. I think that'll be tomorrow's video. Supposedly, I mean, there's an article with eye fragrance for it. I mean, hell, let's pull it up. Superlega, whatever the hell it's called. And then somebody, I want to say Randy's like, oh, it's fake. And I'm like, well, eye fragrance has an article on it. So you positive it's fake? Here it is, right here. Looks legit to me. I haven't looked at the notes yet, so I have no idea. See, that looks like a legitimate press release photo. Why is nothing else loading? Is it just the one? Oh, it's just those two photos, apparently. The new Chanel fragrance is a contemporary woody iteration of the famed Allure Homme Sport, one of the most distinguished flankers so far. Allure Homme Sport Superleggera unveils the man's restless search for challenges, seeking to achieve the highest performance, boasting the power of duality. What fucking ads? I get they try eye fragrance. I get that you're trying to make money, but this is too many ads. Look at this. There's this. I got this underwear and socks thing twice. It's too many. It's too many. Calm it the fuck down. We all want to make our monetization money, but calm it the fuck down. This is a bit too much. Be a little bit more moderate here. It's ruining the experience. I'm trying to read something here, David. Where was I? Boasting the power of duality between intensity and lightness captured in an iconic name, Superleggera, a citrusy fragrance that bridges intensity and seduction. The vibrant fruity freshness of grapefruit accords seamlessly and well-balanced amber note blends seamlessly with well-balanced amber note, culminating in a rich, deep scent. The intensity of white musk adds a distinguished quality to the fragrance. Grapefruit accord, amber, musk. Seems pretty straightforward. It being a Chanel Allure Homme Sport flanker, I anticipate it to be really good, really versatile, high compliment factor with above average performance. That's what I expect. If indeed this is legit, which I have no reason to believe it is not, based on them having it. But, oh yeah, and I forgot this is also an ad running across the bottom the whole time as well. Like, they're flooded. Look at all the ads. There's a Joma Shop ad. It's too much. Here's another one pops up. I'm going to have to tell him, like, man, I'm going to have to stop doing split screens and promoting your shit if you fucking going to ruin the experience for me and my viewers. I'm going to message him and tell him that shit. We're tight enough to where I'm going to be straight. I'm fucking straight with anybody anyways, but I don't think I'll hurt his feelings. It's good feedback. He can do whatever he wants. It's his website. It's just like, look, man, find a way to make the overall experience a little bit better. Just my 2 cents. Do what you want. It's your website. Just feedback. You know, I'm sure a lot of you can agree that that's a bit much. I'm literally trying to read another one pops up and shifts it. Kind of. I want to make monetization ad revenue too, but come on. Come on, buddy. That was a bit much. Happy Thursday. Just put in an order for Ani wearing First Instinct Blue. I hope you enjoy Ani. It's beautiful. Myself's a very versatile, semi-generic, kind of basic profile, but really works well. It's enjoyable. You can wear it for everything. Decent compliment factor in my experience. Not something I've just had a bunch of people tell me, which I haven't worn it a ton in the first place, but my wife's kind of indifferent. She's like, it's nice. Nothing special to her. She hasn't smelled the parfum since I got that decant. But it's based around orange blossom. Rich white floral, little musky, woodsy citrus. Not super flowery. It doesn't lean all that feminine. Decent. There she is. She was here. Aqua de Joe Parfum, great choice. So Coconut Girl was indeed here. Good to see you, Kara. Top three things I'm into: fragrance, NASCAR collectibles, and Scotch. We're back to the big three conversation. I'm always down for that because no secret of my big three. This stuff, and this stuff. That's my big three. Has been my pretty much my whole life. Since I was a little kid, I've always been in this. I've been in the sneakers longer than all of it. And then hats, and then I've been into fragrances since like freaking 5th, 6th grade. Yep. That's right. There we go. Haven't watched WWE in a while. Last time I did was when Mark Henry and Big Show were having a beef. Oh, God. The world is very different now. The wrestling world is very, very different, my man. Subscribe to the Giant Connoisseur. Speaking of the giants of the WWE, the Nigerian Giant Omos's fragrance channel. WWE superstar, the Nigerian Giant Omos. Close friend of the channel. Clive Christian, number 1. All I can say is, oh my. I haven't smelled it, but I believe you. Nasamato Pardon. I don't know if I've ever smelled Pardon. I've smelled Barondo. I've always wanted to check out, I think it's China White. The like cocaine one. Never tried that one. I've always wanted to try that one. I've tried Black Afghano. That's not for me. I can appreciate the artistry to it. It's not wearable for me, though. I don't think I've ever tried it. I don't recall trying it. Roy, good to see you, sir. Burlington 1819 masterpiece. I'm not holding back on my fragrance game today. No, you're flexing very strong. You're the one to beat here in the chat right now with that masterpiece. What do you think are good fragrances to get introduced into the rose and oud notes? Well, I think a good way to dive into some decent quality and performance with some rich blends would be Montal and Mancera. There's a lot of oud and rose offerings from there. You can get discovery sets. You can buy individual samples. You can get decants from different websites. There's a lot of variety. I think Montal and Mancera is probably going to be your best bet, where you can get above designer level type experiences, but not crazy luxury like Amber Oud from Raja Parfums is my favorite oud rose. Retail is like an $800 bottle, $600 bottle, whatever, like discounted, it's like 400 something bucks. So I'm not going to throw that out there as where to dip your toe. That's upper tier for me. But as far as what I think of it, I think it's my favorite. But basically anything Pierre Montal's made, just look at some profiles, watch some reviews. There's a lot of different options. I mean, a lot. Hell, go check out my top 40 Mancera. There's a few of them in there that may pique your interest. I discussed 40 different Manceras that I own in my collection, and there's a few of them that are oud rose, some that are just rose, some that are just oud, some that are a combination. That would be a good video for you to go check out. It can a lot more information than I can give you here in this moment, you know. Coconut everything. There you go. And Cuba. Oh, God. Yeah, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Yeah. Ooh, there's a lot of them. Missoni Wave comes to mind immediately. Basically, affordable Chanel L'Homme Sport. That comes to mind immediately. That falls anywhere from $35 to $50, depending on what discounter you find it from online. That's the one that pops in my head first and foremost. Aquatic, citrusy, a little floral and sweet. Very likable. Very, very likable. So off list or to back today. Nice but mild heat. That's the way to go. Beautiful wearing experience. Burn off in about 6 hours outdoors. Yeah, you go out in the heat. It's not going to last as long as it would in the cooler weather. But tobacco's one of those heavier tobacco fragrances that's blended with, you know, more dense notes that I think as long as it's not crazy humidity, you can get away with it like you just did. You can get away with it as long as it's not scorching. Scorching is not going to be a good wearing experience. All right, let's skip down and get as close as you can to Ross. Yeah, there you go. Sure. Kathy, good to see. Vanilla Touch. I don't think I've smelled that one. Is that one of the Frank Olivier Touch fragrances? That's what it sounds like. The Oud Touch, Blue Touch, those different ones. That's part of that line. Will, good to see you, sir. I can't complain. I appreciate that. Thank you. I try to be. Look, I'm always, when I go on these little rants and stuff, I'm entertaining me. It's a bonus if y'all get entertained. It's a bonus if somebody gets pissed off because that's entertaining to me too. if me joking around pisses somebody off, sorry for them, because I'm just having some fun. You know what I mean? I meant what I said about the fucking nuclear shit, though. I never don't mean what I say. I just try to say it in an entertaining manner, for me anyways. I'm trying to make me laugh, even though if I'm not physically laughing, I'm giggling inside, you know. Kalen, good to see you, my man. Town and Country on this hot day. I've heard so many good things about that one. Crabapple Blossom, I've heard great things about as well. I think Kalen, actually you, Kalen, are a big fan of that one, I believe. Am I wrong? I know Justin's a fan of that one as well. I've never heard of that one. In fact, I learned my lesson with 18 sprays. Oh my God. Oh my God. I bet you did. 18? Sometimes we got to learn the hard way. I'm guilty of that throughout my life. I've learned the hard way many times. That's learning the hard way. 18 sprays of your own parfum. That's wild. God, that's wild. Wild. What's going on, big dog? L'Homme Cologne Blue. Hell yeah, man. There's a fragrance that ain't shit for performance, but it smells amazing. What a great wearing experience. You just refresh that son of a bitch every couple hours. Great choice. Great choice. I'm definitely team L'Homme Cologne Blue. Spencer, my man, I was popping in and out. Congratulations on your first stream. I saw you had Joey on. I was in and out. Love how you, I don't know what software you're using, but you really like set your shit up. That's very involved. That looks like that took a lot to get all that set up with your graphics and your all the transitional stuff that you got with the presentation. Soft live stream clap. Kudos, Spencer. Everybody go check out Not So Famous YouTuber. Spencer is live streaming now. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I can do 2 sprays and smell myself just nonstop. 4 sprays is kind of what I like to do, but I really don't even need that many. They are. You can. You certainly can, especially indie stuff. Because people are like, oh, this indie stuff for 150 is crazy. Fucking wide flankers are 180 now. And they're way better. Like a City Rhythm fragrance, I would take that to any City Rhythm release. Let's say 90% of them. I would take over pretty much any designer fragrance that's going to fall into the 150 to 180 price range. Because you're going to get an original, storytelling, high-quality fragrance with phenomenal performance from a great brand owner. Shout out to Niles. Same thing goes for Zaharoff. Same thing goes for Argos is priced a little higher than that. And you're definitely getting an elevated product and presentation. But Zaharoff falls in that 150 to 190 price range as well. Look at what you get from George. Speaking of storytelling, originality, quality, presentation, just you get the whole package as well. Shout outs to George. Just like that's what I'm saying. There's some phenomenal options that you're not going to find at Macy's. We're living in a great era to be into perfumery. We really are. Armaf Aura Fresh, basically Eau de Parfum Versace Mano Fresh. Yeah, tuber. There we go. Shout outs to Juan. Shout outs to my man Juan. That's this before, but what's up with Rayon Tradition? People keep asking me about that one. I haven't tried it yet. It's expensive on Rayon Tradition fragrance? Come on now. Right back at you, sir. Right back at you. Virgin Island Water. Oof, the coconut fragrance, in my opinion. Designer better than niche. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. Now, wearability, ease of use, and approachability, yes, I will say better. If you go after some of the mass marketed niche, what and what. But overall, I do typically wear designer more. It's just easier. I'm not always in the mood for something complex and you know, very niche and storytelling and very, when I say very niche, I mean like targeted crowd, like not for everybody kind of thing. Not always in the mood for that. So in that aspect, I'm like split with agreeing with you. I'm like 50-50. Like certain aspects, totally agree. Some aspects, totally disagree. Kind of on the fence with that one. Does that make sense? I know it's kind of a shit answer, but it's a truthful answer, you know? I see we got the core audience too. We're half an hour in, a little over 100. That's the core audience. The family is here. It's good to see everybody. Random spur of the moment, last minute. I was lucky I was able to stream kind of situation. So this is about what I expected. I expected the family to be here and no extracurricular flybys. You know, I figured just the regulars would be here. I appreciate you guys. Speaking of the regulars, my favorite shit talker, in comment sections. Jay, what's going on, my man? Cajun Elixir. Speaking of City Rhythm, Puerto Rico is one of the best releases of this year to me. I forgot who it was. A regular in the chat said he had to throw away his sample. He might be here right now. I forgot who it was. Said he had to throw his sample away immediately. I think it was Joe Norman. Was it? I think it was. Joe, are you here? Said he had to throw it away. It was terrible for him. Man, wood fire grilled pineapple and mango. I think it's incredible personally. But I could see where it's not going to be for everyone. That's for sure. Oud Satin Mood versus Silk. I haven't tried Silk Mood. Both versions of Oud Satin Mood are phenomenal, though. Well, here's the problem. Though the majority are good people being honest, there's shitheads that are fucking profile pages up and putting dumb shit and bad ratings just to be funny. So you got to take that kind of stuff with a grain of salt, just like you would my opinion, because it's still just my opinion. Doesn't necessarily apply to the experience you would have on the same fragrance. So same thing applies with those forums. Troll Grantica, as I like to call it, or Fragrantica. Base notes, eye fragrance, Parfumo is my favorite place to go. That's probably the short list, I would say. I still use Fragrantica from time to time begrudgingly, but that's probably the most popular one. But I would say give Parfumo a shake. That's kind of my go-to. Another 13 is fantastic. It's light, but hangs around for a while. Ooh, Sublime. I haven't worn that in a long time. I do not. Told it smells like Naxos. Wondering how close. I don't even know if I've ever smelled it. I don't recall. I don't remember if I've ever smelled it. There's just so many damn fragrances, man. Sin of the day, Liam Blue Shine. I've never tried that. Another 13 is more of a molecule fragrance. Yeah, well, I mean, it smells more like amberwood than Ambroxan. At least the clone. They list Ambroxan, but it smells like amberwood to me. Depending on skin chemistry, I had a bottle a couple months ago, but returned it because it didn't mesh well. That makes sense. Not close at all for the price. Yeah, well, Naxos is, I'm sure, a different level from that for sure. I was so happy to get these. And I found it interesting that the Field Trip Recordings logo looks exactly like FTR's logo. Like, who ripped who off? You wrestling fans, you know who I'm talking about. It looks like the same FTR logo. I was like, It's only on one of the tongues. The other one's got the ASICS logo. But, man, these are so fresh. This is a collab release that sold out like that. I was lucky to get them right when they launched. I was waiting. I had waited a little over a week for the launch. I was online for the Action Bronson releases from New Balance, and these released an hour later. And I was like, I'm getting something. These are the main ones I want. As long as I got these, I'd have been okay. I missed on the Action Bronsons, but I was able to get these, and I love them. Love them. That's going to be the heat check for Saturday's Sneaker News live stream on TLTG Kicks. Subscribe now to TLTG Kicks if you want to chat in that live stream. You have to be subscribed for 48 hours. I can't, and I'm not going to, and she's been in a committed relationship for 12 years, Pimpin'. Settle down. Her and Anthony have been together over a decade. Take a breath, Pimpin'. Take a breath. Andrea, there's this dude, Dennis, that's in my live chat. Random fuck. Hits me up, looks attractive in his ass. He'd love to meet you. Is that what you think's going to happen, my man? And she's like, oh my God, I'd love to meet him. Anthony, sorry. Is that what you think's going to happen here, big dog? Was that the hope? I know you're playing around, but I'm going to have some fucking fun with you because that's wild. If you're familiar with her channel, you know about Anthony. That's not some new boyfriend. They've been together for over a decade. Yo, what's going on, my man? How are you? Were you first or famous tuber? So famous YouTuber is Duncan. They are not the same person. Not so famous YouTuber is Spencer. Yes, Dunk was first. Oh, so you're asking which one of them came first. I think, yeah, because Duncan's profile used to be his actual name, Duncan Spake. I hope you don't get mad for me saying his full name. That used to be his profile name. Then he changed it to famous YouTuber with Richard Pryor as his avatar. And then I would say about a year after is when I discovered and came across Spencer. I think we didn't start conversing till the live streams, right, Spencer? That sound about right? I think, anyways. Yeah, there's two, so his used to be well, he put Kanye's face over him, but Gene Wilder, I think was his name or whatever. The co-stars to one another. Because you had Richard Pryor and I think it's Gene Wilder was his name, right? So one had Richard Pryor, and then Spencer had Gene Wilder, but he since put Kanye's face. So Gene Wilder was Willy Wonka. That's a picture of the Willy Wonka character, but with Kanye's face on it. It's fake. I don't know. I've heard both. I've heard it is. He's talking about the Chanel fragrance. I've heard both. iFragrance has a listing on it. They haven't steered me wrong yet. We'll see. Might be. I don't know. I can either confirm nor deny. I heard it's fake too. I did too. Boss Bottle EDP is a good fragrance. Just see on another country. See what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Ad block. Well, I don't want to do the ad block because ads pay my bills. Like I have appreciation for advertisement money. That's what I'm saying. Like I get it. I get he's trying to make his monetization with ads, but it's like there's too much. Maybe later. I'm not going to do it while we're live right now. You know what I mean? Let me scroll down. It is a lot. Now I know where I'm at. Signature Royale X, great versatile fragrance. Oh God, no! Where'd that come from? 200,000 to retire at a young age? Fuck no! I can't. I wouldn't. At 60, you can't retire with 200 grand. 200 grand ain't shit no more. 200 grand 10 years ago is not 200 grand today, and even then, that ain't retirement money. 200 grand sounds cool, and everybody here would love to have an extra 200 grand, but that ain't like, whoo, I'm quitting my job kind of money. You ain't quitting your job with 200 grand. No, definitely not. Not yet. I do want it, though. I do like the regular Gentleman's Society. I haven't smelled Golden Green either. Your favorite niche now? I have. Have you? Are you familiar with it as well, sir? Is that why you're throwing it? Are you hoping to check it out and you're asking me? Yeah, for sure. Because they're arguing with you, or are you seeing some shit in a different live chat? Because if they're arguing with you, they're just arguing with you. It's, as long as they don't get serious, it's all good, you know? Okay, we got an agreement here. Okay, well, I mean, I'll keep my eyes out. Seem fine for the most part, you know? I don't see any, like, real heat going on, not that I've seen, you know? But you know me, I'm quick to block a motherfucker. I don't care. If shit gets out of line, I stay on top of it for the most part. I can't see everything, though, but I mean, from what I've seen so far, it's nothing too bad. To me, anyways, that I've seen. Speaking of wrenches, there's a wrench. What have I missed so far? Okay, there's a wrench. Y'all hilarious. Let's see. Gerald, good to see you. Been a little while, sir. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. I don't know. It's 50-50 split on if it's fake right now. What can I say? 68 likes. That's it. And we got the core audience here with the like 112 right now. I do. The original's really good. And the new Phantasm isn't just the original with a different top like most of them are. Don't get me wrong, it's very chocolatey, but it's got like this leathery, spicy accord to it. New Phantasm is one of the best designer releases of the year. Randy, Fragrance Dude, sent me a decan. That's a top 3 designer release this year. I'm definitely getting a bottle of it. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I will have a bottle sooner than later. It's a little too heavy to wear right now, so it's not like it's a rush. I'm not going to wear it. I'll just buy it and shelve it right now. But probably in about 2 months or so, I'm definitely going to get it. Oud Satin Mood's really good. More expensive than Pierre Montel. Well, yeah, much more expensive for sure. Hoffman, good to see you, sir. Coach Blue, I haven't worn that in a long time. Center of the day so far, so there's potential for a different one. Sport Extreme. Oh, speaking of Randy, your ears must be burning, Randy. New shelf. Okay, cool. Oh, he must have got that from Amazon. Anybody want to see Randy's new fragrance shelf? Randy's new shelving. Trying to scroll up. There we go. So you guys can see it. Randy's changing his setup. He's got some stuff in the works. I don't know if he's here or not, but that's Randy's new shelf. Speaking of Randy. Ooh, Crypto Mint's really good. I'd love to have a bottle. I've smelled it before. I never got around to getting it. It's not like it's hard to find. At least not long ago, it wasn't that hard to find. It didn't last that long. No, about the same. If you're going to get less, if you're not getting good out of Chanel, you're not going to get much. You're not going to get any better out of the Missoni. No, it's cheap. Well, I Reeve. Rick, what's going on, my man? Armani Code Parfum. This fragrance makes me want to go buy suits. Oh shit! Watch out now. What's going on, Rick? Good to see you, my man. I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you saw my Zahara video from yesterday. I gave you a nice little shout out. Talked to you directly in that video when we got to Seraphine Blue at the end, because obviously it's my number one in the ranked video. Like 6 hours. That's about what I get. 6-7 hours. Yeah, solid. Austin, good to see you. Imagination Beach Hut Man, which is your favorite? I own none of them. I don't really care for Imagination. I'm one of the few in the proud. I have smelled Beach Hut Man. I just never got around to getting a bottle. I'd probably go with Beach Hut Man out of this, to be honest. It's very green, bright. I'm an Amouage guy. I would probably go Beach Hut Man, personally. That's wild, man. 18 sprays of that? Jesus Christ. My next fragrance purchase would probably be Zaharoff Signature Tobacco Fragrance Shaving Soap and Aftershave Splash. What a gorgeous, fantastic, and cozy scent. Love it. I'm with you on that one, man. I'm with you. Thank you, Jay Smells. I sure appreciate that, man. I try to keep it as fresh as I can. I'm good, bad, or indifferent. I say whatever I feel in the moment. You never know what the fuck I'm going to say, whether, especially in the live stream. This is way worse than the live streams and the recorded videos, but it's been bleeding over to the recorded videos more and more because I just don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just having fun, man. I've never had more fun making content than I do these days. You know, I would like to think it shows. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, man. I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, smelled damn good today. It was, Oceania. Okay. A little citrus, a little soapy floral, a little aquatic action. Nice and airy. Great choice. Good to see you, Dennis. Solstice by Fragrance Dubois. I've never smelled it. 8 fucking teen. Yeah, that's crazy talk, man. Yeah, easy on the trigger. Yeah, I think so. Easy on the trigger, though. It's still got that patchouli dry down. You know, better for spring and fall, I think. But I think you can pull it off. Damn. All right. Didn't see that come. They knew it was the fragrance. Damn. I'd like to propose a challenge. Can you name a fragrance that is fresh and long-lasting and smells like working outdoors man? Outdoorsy man. Is there anything that comes to mind? Outdoors. Wave musk is the only thing popping in my head because it's got that fresh cut grass smell. Musky, obviously, plays into that man smell you're looking for. With citruses and it's aquatic fresh. That comes to mind. Fresh, I get a lot of longevity out of it. Still airy. So working in the yard, got the fresh cut grass smell. And Sarah Wave musk. Yeah, isn't that fucking crazy, man? 18 sprays of Dior and Parfum. What do they think they are, Michelle? That's the only person I can think of that's wild like that. I'm sure there's others, but that's who comes to mind. That's wild like that. And just start going to town. I'm sure she does with Dior and Parfum. Works for her. Ain't working for me. What's going on, Dutch? Good to see you, my man. Cedrat Boisé, you can't go wrong right there. Polo Blue Gold Blend. Too bad performance isn't good. I think a lot of people would say otherwise in this chat. That one actually performed pretty well for most of us from what I've seen. I get like 6 to 8 hours. Sorry, a little bit of Diet Dr. Pepper carbonation coming up on me. More like 8 hours. Like that's one of the better performing ones in the line. Maybe even the best performing. I think it's more of a youth thing. Could be nose fatigue. Could be skin chemistry. Could be both. 30 minutes and it's gone, bro. You never know, right? Kind of surprised to hear that. Most people seem to get pretty feedback I've gotten over the years seem to get pretty good performance. I get really good performance. Like I said, it's up there with like Deep Blue Parfums type of projection and longevity for me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Galan L'Homme Ideal EDP in my collection today. Any other? Okay, you're going to need to do yourself a favor, and you're going to need to get a sample of Mind Games French Defense. It's a boozy, syrupy cherry that is mind-blowingly fucking good. You must try it. Even if you decide you hate it, at least you can say you tried it. Or you might be like, holy shit, why has it got to be so expensive? I need a bottle of this. I don't think you'd be like, it's pretty good. I think it'll be one of the other, like, this ain't for me, or oh my God, why is it going to be so pricey? Because I need it. Is that good? Best Mind Games fragrance, in my opinion. Best cherry fragrance I've ever smelled, hands down. Hands down. Not even close. And I love Guerlain Homme EDL EDP. It's beautiful. Can't touch it. It's the same dude that talks about how bad Seraphine Blue is because of lavender. It's Kaylin, you're losing credibility with me. You hang out in Fragrance Marketplace, which is a glorified subreddit on Facebook anyway. You're losing credibility with me, my guy. What's happening here? What is happening? You hang with trolls and converse with them. That's Fragrance Marketplace on Facebook. Fuck them. And you know why I say fuck them. I'm blocked. I can't even see their shit. People show it to me. Fuck Fragrance Marketplace on Facebook. And everybody in it, except for you, because I like you. So you hang with trolls. Converse with them in these chats, because I've seen screenshots. And you don't like my favorite fragrances? What happened? Kaylin, what happened? We were so tight. I'm just giving you a hard time. But that's crazy, man. I can't believe you don't like his last couple releases. Like, I could see Puerto Rico not being the way I feel for a lot of people, because it is different. It's very different. Now, Barcelona, that one's weird. I'm with you on that one. That one's weird. I can appreciate it, but wearability is super low for me on that one. It's way too rich and boozy. Like the red wine accord and everything's it's like a little much. Has that sparkling champagne. Like, it's weird. It's not bad. It's just weird. But Puerto Rico is my jam. That's one of my favorite releases of the year. I meant what I say about Fragrant Marketplace. It's going to get clipped. Some of them will see it. Fuck all of y'all. Shit talking bitches. Fuck all of y'all. But aside from that, I was just messing with you on the other stuff. Can't think of the name, though. I missed what you're talking about. Let's see. So that's the last comment from Noel. I'm lost. I'll just move on. Ooh, back in stock at FragranceNet. Tested with cap $25. That's actually a few bucks more than I paid. I paid like 18. It's a good one. Very much like Neroli Portofino. I have not. Good to see you, Andrew. Nima, how are you? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. I can't complain, man. I can't complain. As you can see, I'm shooting from the hip and having me a good old time here today. I'm glad I was able to stream today. I was initially going to have Mike from Day 3 Fragrances on, had to reschedule this morning, and he even said it kind of works out better. So we moved that to next Thursday. And a very long day. Kind of got re-energized once we really got going in the live chat. I was kind of dead and fatigued when we started this thing. I was able to hurry up and throw the hey, let's chat kind of thing. And here we are. We're chatting and just talking shit, talking fragrance, and having a good old time. Pissing some people off, I'm sure. Fuck them. Hope you're well, though. Hope you're doing well, my man. Aventus Cologne, 3 unsolicited compliments. Still hits. Still my favorite creed, man. Good stuff. Hey, man, I'm glad you're able to hang with us. Good to be here. Hope you're doing great. I can't complain. Oh, Sean, it's good to see you, sir. Had to file a police report for this fragrance bias theft situation, man. I hope all these hoops I'm jumping through pay off. Don't want to be dealing with the police, but here we are. I mean, somebody stole some shit from your porch. Of course, you're going to have to involve the police and get a police report. I'm not surprised to hear that, man. You got to do what you got to do. Somebody stole your packages, you know. I'm sorry you're having to deal with that, my man. I do want to get a bottle of that at some point. I like it. 75 ml will be plenty. Well, the way people typically classify, because the actual term for niche would kind of fall like people related to quality in this community, when really it's more of like a targeted audience kind of thing, would be a better way to describe what niche really is for the most part. It's just interpreted a very specific way in this community. People relate it to quality. So that's why you'll hear the term niche quality. It depends, because there's niche companies, glorified luxury brands, they use a lot of synthetics. So you can't really go the synthetic versus natural smelling route, because it doesn't apply. Because there's a lot of brands that use the ambroxans and the colognes and amber woods and synthetic ambergris and stuff like that that are $300, $400, $500 bottles. So it's kind of a weird conversation on what's classified to either or. You could really look at it as, for the most part, niche, as they only make fragrance related products, and designer being they're into clothing and or other things, footwear, suits and ties, leather goods. That's where it kind of falls into their designer brand, no matter what the level, like Louis Vuitton versus YSL versus Missoni, where they make other things outside of fragrance. That's kind of the easiest way, I think, to relate between niche and designer. That's what I'm saying. I did. Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio, too. I thought that was kind of funny. Shout out to Kix Griffey. Late to the party. Good to see you, smooth operator. Oh, you meant Michelle? Yeah, I don't know her like that. I mean, I've had many conversations with her. I thought you meant Andrea. With Michelle, I've never physically been in front of Michelle. And we're cool. We've had several conversations over the years privately, but it's not like I'm just going to hit her up and be like, hey, so what's the address in Dubai so I could pass it along to this dude? Dennis, he's like really into you. Again, what do you think was going to happen here, Dennis? I'm glad you had some fun with that. I was just fucking with you, having fun, man. I see an opportunity to crack a little bit of jokes and entertain myself. I run with it, man. Prowling Rosa Carbon, good stuff, man. Definitely good stuff. Praise fraternity, good to see you, Michael. Award show tonight. Formal attire. Here we go. What should I go with? Oh, Intense Vetiver. We've done that one a bunch of times. We're going to scrap that for now. Black Gold, you've done a few times. Strong With You Tobacco. Prada Black. Ralph's Club Elixir. Award show. I'm leaning there. Iris Man Intense Commodity Vetiver. I'm thinking Ralph's Club Elixir. You're going to an award show. You're going to be dressing up formal. I'm thinking the elegant profile here because that's a nice earthy iris smoked vetiver. I think Ralph's Club is Elixir here because that stuff punches well above what you would think would be a Ralph Lauren fragrance. Like it smells higher quality than a typical Ralph Lauren release. I think that's the one. Like as soon as I saw that in the list based on where you're going and what you're doing, that's like it was no comparison. If it's me based on this list, it's coming down to either Black Gold or really I'm thinking Ralph's Club Elixir here, personally. Dial up the sprays a little bit, build your sillage a bit more because you're going to be in a big open area, meeting and greeting with a lot of people. You're not an introvert, but you're also not super outspoken. You kind of fall somewhere in between. So I think you could get away with more sprays than an introvert would. Yeah, that's what I would do if I were you. Thank you for asking. I love when we do this. Me and Mike do this from time to time in these live chats. For those of you that have never seen this before, he hit me with a scenario and a list of fragrances because he knows I love to pick like what would I do in this situation. He values my opinion. I appreciate you, Mike. That's what I would go with. Giancarlo, I appreciate the super chat. Right back at you, sir. Well, welcome. I hope you've been enjoying the show so far. This is just a random, I guess you can kind of look at it as a shit talking session is what it's kind of been for the most part. I done told some trolls to go fuck themselves and talked some fragrance, talked a little bit of sneakers, goofed around a little bit. It's been fun. I've been having fun. I hope some of you are. I hope the majority of you are as well. Puerto Rico from City Rhythm, straight banger. I agree. I think it's one of the 5 best overall releases of the year personally. Niche-wise, I think it's top 2 or 3. It's up there for me. So yeah. The Jordan 1 mid is trash quality, and I got a bunch of them. Very pleather synthetic. You want decent leather on a Jordan 1, you got to go high OG, 85 cut, or at least high OG. It doesn't necessarily have to be 85 cut, but that's what you want. And low OGs, not regular low. Regular lows are going to be the quality of the mids. If you want some soft leather. Still not the greatest stuff. Jordan brand's very hit or miss. Nike gets us. And I don't mean gets us in a good way, like gets our asses. They get our money because they don't give us what they used to give us. According to the press releases I've been seeing, the Flu Game 12s that are coming early next year are supposed to be true to the original. Let me go ahead and blow my whistle and throw my flag and call bullshit now. Don't get me wrong. The last handful of like original colorways, like I would say the playoffs and the white and reds, the cherries as they're called. I hate that name, but the white and red 12s, those two original colorways have been good, much better than previous releases as far as the quality. But like the Obsidians, when they came out in 2012, shit. That's my favorite shoe of all time, the Obsidian 12. Shit, I didn't even buy them. I'm waiting on those to come back around with the current quality. And the current quality still can't even, just not even close to the leather that the originals had in 97. I get it. Cost of goods is more expensive, but I got to blow my whistle and throw my flag and call bullshit on Nike for that too, because look at New Balance. Look at some of ASIC's leathers. Like this is a collab, and just the quality of the leather right here on these green panels has like a snake embossed print to it. Just the feel of it, just these little bitty panel pieces are so much better quality than what Jordan Brand gives us. And if I was to go grab some New Balance sneakers with the pig suede they use, or even like the 90s, 60s that have a variety of different leather overlays, night and day different from what Nike and Jordan give us. And those are $150 retail shoes. Jordan's hitting us for 200 plus on every release. It ain't even close. Ain't even close to the same quality, man. Most of my family say they can't smell my fragrance even after 30 minutes. I sprayed Sauvage 10 times and they couldn't smell any tips. They're probably, if you're hanging around them while you're spraying it or hanging around them for a few minutes, they're probably going, like all of you seem to have a sensitivity to it. There is no tip to make them smell it better. That's just their nose is fading to it fast. Maybe that's just not the fragrance for you. The most obvious answer here is they're probably just fading quickly to it, as well as clearly you are as well. It's probably just not the fragrance for you. It's not the answer you're looking for, but it's probably the reality of the situation. Sorry to hear that, man. Because there's nothing that you can do to make somebody smell you better than they are currently, or for you to smell it easier. Once your nose gets overly sensitive to something and the sensitivity gets to where you can't smell it, you can't just bring it back all of a sudden while you're still living in that sillage, that scent cloud. You can't just bring it back all of a sudden. So it's sorry to say, it's kind of a lost cause situation. I'd maybe try something different. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. You have a good one, Will. Thanks for coming hang with us. I did see Bob Newhart passed away at 94 today. What a legend. May Bob Newhart rest in peace, man. What a legend. It most certainly does. Saying made everybody knows blind. Smooth operator, Goat Talk. Salute, my man. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for the super chat. Seriously. Been watching for a long time, Ross. Not sure when I first started chatting with you, but I remember a couple of bottles in a giveaway from Dossier, and you signed about Iron. Oh, that was like 2.5 years, maybe even 3 years ago. That was the Colorado days. I remember that, Spencer. That's been a long time. That's been a long time, man. Shit. Kudos for what you're doing, my man. I'm glad you're getting on camera and doing your thing. You look very comfortable. You had Joey on. Joey makes it easy to be comfortable, right? Joey's a unique personality. You know what I mean? Joey's fun. So, like I said, I wasn't there for a long time. I was kind of in and out, but I was checking you guys out for a little bit. I lurk. I don't necessarily always make my presence known. I tell Joey all the time that I'm his biggest lurker. I'm not always in the chat, but I'll at least come by for a little bit. If I click YouTube and I see Joey's live, I go see what's up. Go do whatever, come back, still live, go see what's up. That's typically, when I say I'm in and out, that's kind of the case. And that's kind of what happened yesterday with your live. But congrats, man. I'm glad you're doing it. I can't remember the name of the one Randy sent a decant to me and Dedrick. Last time we did a decant swap. I can't remember the name. It was really good, though, and I want a bottle. I have the decant. It's in the box right over there with my other recent decants. I can't remember the name. I'd like to get around to it. Really? Because I really like the first one. The first one, I think, very underappreciated release for last year. Try 2 million. Yes, that's the actual number. If Rushton's there, tell him TLTG sent you. That's the name of the store manager at Louis Vuitton. I don't know if he's going to be there or not, but say TLTG Reviews said great things about you guys. Now, I'm hoping that'll get you a really good experience because he's a very great guy. Polo Black. Ooh, okay, Mango. Thoughts on Wilhelm Deer Poly? I'm not familiar with that one. I have Black Citrus. I have London Funk. Very unique, super musky. I have Faces of Francis, one of my favorite releases of last year. Oh my, aldehydes, grilled pistachio, loads of spicy saffron metallic. Oh, so good. What other one do I have? I think I have 4 bottles. I can't see. It's behind the pile of Yeezys. I can't see. I have to walk around there to go see. But definitely Faces of Francis. But I haven't tried Deer Poly. I'm not familiar with it. Tips and trips. I appreciate the super chat supporting the stream. Chanel's Allure Sport versus Luna Rossa EDT. Oh, easily Allure Sport. Don't get me wrong. Luna Rossa EDT is one of the better soapy fragrances that gets forgotten because it's been, 12 years since it came out. I think it's like a 2012 release or something like that. Let me look. I'm curious on how accurate I am with that statement. We'll do it together. Just before I move on, I want to see if I'm accurate. Here we go. 2012. Boom shakalaka. That's that Rolodex. I try to retain as much information as I can, guys. So 2012 release. It gets forgotten. It is really good. Average at best performance. Like 4 or 5 hours, really. Kind of below average for me. It is a really good soapy clean fragrance. It's a little peppered, even though they don't list any spice. You can see spicy is the second highest accord. It's a very clean, spicy bar of soap kind of thing. Very classy. Good stuff. I like that they rank powdery 5th because it's not really powdery, but there's a little bit of powder. It's a beautiful fragrance. It gets forgotten, but something like Chanel Allure Sport, man, I mean, that's a home run. It's a home run fragrance. You really can't go wrong here. It's super versatile. It's timeless. High compliment factor. You can wear it any time of year. It's a fresh fragrance that works for everything. I got to go with the tried and true here, which Luna Rossa is still tried and true, but not as much. And you're going to pay more here. Because Luna Rossa, you can probably get for like $50. This, you're paying $100 plus. So there's that. If you want to spend less and still get something really good, go Luna Rossa. But if you don't mind spending the 100, 120, whatever it is, 100, maybe even 150. If you don't mind spending that, this is the superior daily wear, I think. By all means, everybody else, feel free to weigh in. That's what this live chat's about. Let's talk about it together. Thank you for the super chat, though. Hope that helps. I would say Nichane is a house you need to explore sooner than later. Because from discounters, they got a lot of options that are going to be a little over $100 for 50 mLs. They got a lot of good stuff, too. A lot of really easy, approachable stuff, and some that's a little bit more like, I haven't smelled anything like that before. You have a lot of those experiences too. Nichane is a good house for that. Oh, I showed your new shelf and everything earlier when you texted me. I said, y'all want to see Randy's new shelf? Showed everybody your new shelf. Looks great, by the way. I'm assuming you got that from Amazon. Looks like one of the ones I've seen on Amazon. So it's a woody, earthy smell. It's got a little like dirt and grass, like dead grass, like it shows, kind of. But it depends on where it's sourced. Like Haitian vetiver has this soapy clean facet to it. Certain vetivers will be very smoky, but still have a fresh woody tone to them. Some are like really dirty grass smell, like really, really earthy, a little funky. It all depends. There's a variety of vetivers. There's a lot of different vetivers. So it's hard to say what vetiver is when there's so many different vetiver options, blends, and just specific vetiver oils sourced from different parts of the world that have different traits and qualities to them as a standalone oil. So it's actually a very complex answer. It's not an easy answer to give in a short form, quick answer. I would suggest exploring, sampling, anything that sounds interesting. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Aaron, good to see you, sir. I see 80 likes. Oh, let me click refresh. I have no idea how many likes we got. I haven't looked in a while. Got 104 currently with 108 likes. We have more likes than viewers. Appreciate you guys. And people coming and going, 112, 116, 93. It's been fluctuating. We've been kind of staying around the core audience, the family, as I like to call it, with a few scragglers popping in and out. But for the most part, everybody that's normally here, no matter what the hell's going on in the live stream, is here. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Like I said, it was impromptu. Wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to be live. I threw it together literally last minute, like 15 minutes before I went live. And here we are. That's why I didn't have a topic. I was like, let's just talk. Fuck it. Let's just chat. Oh, so he said a bitch comment. So he's a bitch. There's a lot of those on the internet in this community. A lot of them. Oh, he needs an estrogen blocker. He's a bitch. There's a lot of those in this community. Oh, man. Like, people like that say shit about people they don't know and have these like catty little girl remarks and shit. Y'all do realize our hobby gets deemed a feminine hobby as it is, and y'all don't fucking help. Y'all aren't manning up the situation. Okay? Stop being catty bitches on the internet. Enjoy our weird hobby. Like any of you that see, I hope this gets clipped and goes everywhere. Stop being catty little girls all the time. Man up a little bit. Stop with the bitch energy. Not you, Kara. I shouldn't have a girl on screen while I'm doing a girl's comment on screen while I say that, because Kara's great. I don't mean Kara. I mean all these catty little girl boys that are all over this community online and forums and comment sections here on here. Just, y'all got to stop. We got a weird hobby. Let's enjoy the weird hobby together. Again, it's perceived as a feminine hobby. Let's man things up a little bit and stop being catty little bitches all the time to dudes you don't know. And to each other, which is other dudes you don't know. Just be better. Be better. Be proud that we got this weird bond and just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Stop being so fucking miserable. Halloween Man Hero. Basically a more lavender soapy dominant Invictus Aqua. No worries. Yeah, his shelving looks really good. I'm not going to throw out what else he's working on. That's up to him to say, but he's got something else really fucking cool in the works for his setup. Yeah, much cooler for sure. Well, that's a good one. I haven't worn that in a long time. Very green for being Neroli. Green and woody. Wood's in the name, obviously, but yeah, that's a good one. It's one of the better flankers in the Bulgari Man line. Prada Black's very powdery, very ambery, very evening appropriate. Outside of like date night, I just don't see a use for it. But for the use, it's great. It's a great evening date night fragrance. No, I don't think it's Blind by Worthy. I think you should sample it first. There's a real 50-50 chance you hate it. You're either going to think it. I don't think there's an in-between. You're either going to hate it or you're going to love it. I don't really think there's it's pretty good. All right, that's okay. I don't think there's going to be any of that because it's an odd profile. Wood fire grilled fruits, pineapple, mango, stuff like that. So it smells like. This toasted coconut driftwood combo gives this weird like wood fire grilled roasted smell. Thank you, Kathy. I absolutely love doing this. As you can see, I don't tolerate stupid shit. I stopped doing that a long time ago. But as far as day-to-day, I love what I do. I love living my life. I love getting to be me. It's a privilege to be able to do this. And that's due to all of you. This is an absolute privilege and an honor and a real blessing. Sorry for any of you atheists here, but God has blessed me in many ways. I'll pray for you. Atheists hate when you tell them that, but I'll pray for you. Had a feeling it looks, is that iron something or another? It's the same brand that my shelves are. It's industrial strength, like each shelf holds 100 pounds worth of weight and stuff. Yeah, something like that. You can go crazy on the sprays. Gila Platinum's good. No worries. What's going on, Nosy? How are you, sir? Always a pleasure, big dog. Always a pleasure. I think I need to skip ahead. That's a strong fragrance to be overspraying, but in my defense, not much comes out per spray. If your atomizer is a little wonky, I get it. I get it. But that's a strong fragrance, though. There you go. See, I've heard both. I've heard it's fake and I heard it's for sale. You know? Ah, Eric's cool. Erica's cool, man. I ain't got nothing against Erica. I ain't got nothing against any of them. I'm just shooting it straight. If anybody's feelings get hurt, that's just unfortunate. People shouldn't take everything so seriously. I go back to, we have a weird hobby. This is weird. That's weird. I know not all of you have that many, but if you got 30, that's still weird to people that have one. It's weird. Like, this is a large collection. I got like 25 or so bottles right here. That's a large collection in itself. It's weird. So my point is we should embrace that it's a strange hobby and have this unique bond with one another and not be such catty little bitches on the internet about it. I don't like his personality. He's an arrogant prick. Then don't watch. He's a narcissist. Okay, I love me. You should love you. Fuck off. Simple answers, guys. Simple solutions. Very simple. We overcomplicate things because we get bored. That's the truth. Justin's top tier when it comes to humans. That's my man. Girlfriend, not so much. I got a few where I wish my wife liked them because I like them so much. Like I always go back to Amouage Overture, man. Very unfortunate. She hates the smell of that fragrance, so I never get to wear it around her. Raw Cherry, speaking of, shout outs to my man, Kalen. I appreciate you, Kalen. It's the man pinned on screen sent this my way via my brother in the FWO, Dedrick Hicks Jr., my brother from another mother, my main man. Appreciate you, Kalen. I think so. I think if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, though, there's better options for the profile. But in the $30 to $40 price range, that Paris Corners, North Stag, they're kind of all about the same. If you're willing to spend around $100, though, you can get Kajal on 3. You get around $100. You can get Spirit of Kings, Arrakis, however you say it, Black Panther from Alexandria, like that. You're stepping it up a little bit. You're spending a little more, but you're getting a little bit better quality and performance and richness. There's a lot of good options to smell like that fragrance. There really are. I didn't care for RCE, honestly. What's RCE? I'm drawing a blank. What's RCE? And when somebody says, I'm like, oh, yeah, no shit. I'm drawing a blank, though. RCE. I think this Platinum's really freaking good. I agree, Pat. Am I late to the party on this? I mean, I'm late to the party on so many fragrances all the time. Don't sweat it. Whenever you get to it, you get to it. Remember, every year, just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean it's not happening, but there's probably 5,000 plus fragrances getting released every year, if not more, every year. And that's probably lowball number. You just see like 100 that get marketed from content and articles and posts and stuff like that. You'll never get even close to trying everything you're interested in. And look, it's all good. Everybody's going to feel different. I'm with him on Barcelona. Barcelona's a little weird. Like I said, I can appreciate it. Just the wearability's low, but like Puerto Rico, oh man, I love that. Really? I don't, but I mean, teach their own. I definitely don't, though. Sampling more Bianchi. Lover's Tale, really coming to love this stuff. Animalic Horse Butter. Leathery Animalic Horse. That sounds good. Let's see. Let me skip around. I might have to skip down a little bit, guys. Actually, yeah, I think I need to. I'm going to go to Ross's Twins live. Oh, you mean Dedrick? Dedrick got alive in a little bit? Is that what you mean? So that's my brother from another mother. I'm assuming talking about D. Yep, D's live. You motherfucker. Oh, I got Chris on there. Have fun. Let's see. That's going to be funny. I'm going to go over there and give them a hard time. I'm definitely going to do that in a little bit because we're going to shut it down in about 10 minutes, hour and a half. Never knew they blocked you. Yeah, they blocked me. Like, I didn't even know until somebody was like, hey, man, they're always running you in the ground over there. So I go to search and I can't find it. So like, oh, the admins have blocked me so I can't see anything. Yeah, I had a feeling Barcelona because Barcelona's weird. Puerto Rico's decent, but lacking some. That's what I'm saying. It's all fair. I'm just messing with the fragrance marketplace thing. I just found an opportunity because I've seen the, like you saying, it's too much lavender when they were all like shitting all over Seraphine Blue. Those screenshots that I saw that got posted on Facebook. And I was like, there's Kaylin chiming in. Yeah, it was too much lavender for me. I got rid of my bottle. I'm like, man, you know who you talking to? That's all a bunch of bitch trolls that just hate me and George. That's what it is. They just fucking hate me and George. It's weird. I don't know none of them. None of them know me. It goes back to what I was saying. Stop being catty little girls with dudes you don't know. Just don't watch me. If you can't handle my personality, you don't like me, you think I'm this, you think I'm that, let me die in your world. Let me not exist anymore. It's so much easier. Like, why waste energy on somebody? If you don't really like me, why waste your energy and your time during the day on me? If I'm shit, I'm scum, I'm fucking useless, I'm whatever you think, let me die in your world. Use your energy towards something more positive in your life instead of festering in just negative shit over some dude you don't know. I'm going to get criticized for all this stuff I'm saying because people can't help themselves. But it's all good because I see this. People send me this shit all the time. You know, I see this stuff and I got to constantly fuss my friends. I'm like, hey, why are you? But man, I thought you needed to see it. I don't need to see it. Fuck them. I don't care. But while we're here, might as well talk about it a little bit. When it's these random no topic live streams, that's when I'll address things like this, you know. But yeah, I was just giving you a hard time, Kaylin. You've been around here long enough, though. I'm just fucking with you. I want to say I did. I think Randy sent me a decant of that too, actually. Yeah, Randy sent me a decant of that. ATH Supernova. Money Mitch, what's going on, Oos? How are you? Amorous Ohm Extrate MFK flexing over here. Okay. Yeah, Wave Musk is good stuff, man. That was like, that's still like top 5 fresh Mancera. Of their freshies, that's still one of the best. It's beautiful. Porch Pirates. Yeah, they got my man Hoffman. I have all of them. And I would rank Bani, then Escandalo, then La Tacita de Cafe as my top 3. I would recommend go and get samples of any that interest you and try them for yourself, my man, because you might really love Ambar de Monicano. You might really love Philosophia. Downtown Deja Vu, super unique. I answered you earlier in the when you asked me in the comment section earlier. No, definitely not. It has a little bit of a masculine, but you wear way more masculine fragrances than that, Kara. Based on what I know that you've told me you wear that you have, don't sweat it. If you're interested, green light, go for it. As far as my opinion, green light, you'll enjoy it. I've been very impressed with the one that I have. I'd like to explore more. They're just so expensive, man. My God, are they expensive? Yeah, it's awful. It's awful is the only word that comes to mind for what happened to you, man. No, Cedrat Boisé is the one. Wild Fruits I describe as kind of Cedrat Boisé eau fraiche, even though it came out before Cedrat Boisé. Because if you strip away that wicker basket, the leather in the woods, if you strip it, there's a little bit of woods in there still, but if you strip away the overall woody dominance and leather facet to Cedrat Boisé and add more citrus, freshen it up with more citrus, still have blackcurrant and lemon and all that good stuff, you get Wild Fruits. It's like a fresher, more citrus dominant, leather-less Cedrat Boisé. Okay, I'm skipping down a little bit. Do you adjust your balls when you watch her videos? 1 Million Parfum tonight, one of my favorites for a summer night. That's my favorite 1 million. A couple of times. Isola Blue. I'm assuming you're saying that's what you're wearing today. Great choice if so. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Let's see. Ross Club Elixir it is. Thanks, Ross. Love that one. Yeah, maybe for your situation, formal setting like that, that's the one I would go with. It's got this Play-Doh smell to it. The Angelica root in there kind of gives it this like Play-Doh-like smell. You remember Play-Doh? Sounds terrible the way I'm describing it, but once you smell it, you'd be like, holy shit, it does smell like Play-Doh. It's powdery, ambery. It lacks sweetness. Not real sweet, a little bit, but slightly dry aroma. It's odd, but really attractive, like really attractive. Not a safe blind buy fragrance, I don't think. Almost lost this. What you talking about? Almost lost Ross and the Bishop. What happened? What are you talking about? That's whatever you're talking about. Right over my head. I don't fucking know what the hell you're talking about. Let's see. Gonna hop off and head to the gym. You have a great workout, sir. We're shutting it down here in just a few minutes. It's a compliment and magnet, real talk. Nike lying about playoff 12s. They're about to be remixes. What playoff 12s? You mean the flu game 12s? Because that's the next 12s that are coming. Is that what you mean, Dutch? Because the playoff 12s came out like 2 years ago. I bought those like a month after they released. I agree. I'm right there with you, my man. Nike been taking all my money lately. New Balance been getting the shit out of my money the last couple of weeks, though. ASIC's been getting a little bit, but New Balance been getting a lot. It's okay. A lot of Apple. It's like La Nuit de L'Homme Le Parfum, super slow. Let it stay slept on. Man, it's amazing. That's my favorite date. That's me and my wife's favorite date night fragrance for me to wear. I love that fragrance. I love La Nuit de L'Homme. That's my favorite La Nuit de L'Homme flanker, is the Le Parfum. Boss just different. I have a 40 ml. It's just kind of I don't really reach for it. A little bit of an Invictus vibe too, with a lot of apple, a little bit of spice. It's okay. You know, I don't think it's anything special personally. I mean, all right. I bought a lot of Yeezys. Definitely got a lot of Yeezys. Vanilla X Fig, I've never tried. Don't sleep on Oud Mint. And Oud Mint sounds like a good name. Just the name alone. All right, so we'll skip down a little bit. We'll try to get to the bottom, so we're going to shut this down in just a few minutes since D's live. It's actually a hidden gem if you like Mugler. You same style with coffee, not chocolate. My man, Dear Polly, is a floral woody fragrance. Pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian giant Omas, also known on YouTube as the Giant Connoisseur, subscribe now, is here. Let's see, skipping down. Wow, I'm so far behind. My apologies, guys. I get on these little rants. Boz, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Empty bottle of Cody Musk. I don't even know if I've ever smelled that one from Cody. English leather. I was a kid the last time I smelled that. Teen years. Let's see. Estrogen blocker. Yeah, now I know where I'm at in the conversation. I'm way behind. All right, so let's see. Said, hey, like, oh yeah, I'm super behind. Holy shit. All right, I'm gonna, yeah, very much, Kara. Very, very much. All right, so I'm super behind. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. What's up? What's up, Jay? I'm skipping down. I'm sorry I'm having to skip so much. Oh, I'm sure you do. That's a shithole, man. It's glorified subreddit. It's probably a lot of the same people. You know what I'm saying? They hate us. They don't even know us, man. If they got to know us and hung out with us in person, they probably fucking love us. I'm the last content creator in this space these motherfuckers should have a bullseye on. You would think I'd be their favorite guy. I mean, kind of, I am. They talk about. They'd probably like me if they hang around me. It's reality. Whatever they feel like they got to do. Don't diss my favorite house. Above the knee energy. Shorts above the knee. Watch how you speak to me. Shout out to D. I like it. All love. Gonna check out Dedrick stream. Yeah, you have a good one, my man. So you're not even here to hear this. You're already gone. All good, my man. Skipping down. I got you covered. I have 5 fragrances from them. Well, all right then. Don't threaten me with a good time. Prada Black's a bold move, but Wild Fruits, yeah, green light. Go for it. I think you'll like it. Reviewers who are original both in their image and opinions and lists, etc. I appreciate that, Boz. Me and Boz had several private conversations. Boz is a good dude. Slavin. My God. It's always a pleasure to have you here, my man. Everybody loves when you come hang with us for a little bit. Boz is a good dude. Yeah, I know that. I had no idea. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of funny. Because Chris gets a lot of flack, too. That's why I joke around. Like, I ain't got nothing against Chris. I know him like that. I'm just talking shit and joking around. People fuck with me. Everybody should be able to get fucked with a little bit. I can't be the only one that gets fucked with. Come on now. So, yeah, nothing personal against him. I don't know him like that. I wish him well. No heat. You know, I don't know him like that. Man, I'm glad to hear you got back in the gym, getting fit, getting back to getting fit. That's what I'm talking about, Boz. Head out, finish shelving. Great live. Later, Ross and chat. Good to see you, Randy. I really wanted the Bloodline 12s, honestly. Could have hit me with the flu games the next year. I really liked how those Bloodline 12s looked. That all black, that little hit of red. I thought they were clean. I was excited about those. When the flu games, like, I've had the flu games before. I want the new ones, but I'm going to get the flu games. Michael Gassaway, my favorite IFBB pro. You have a great evening as well. Go have a great workout, sir. Cut's going really well, by the way. That back double bicep picture looked really good, sir. Looked really, really good. Yes, sir. I haven't tried it. Look, I have gotten to you, sir. I definitely have. I just was so far behind. I do mostly New Balance because I have short but wide feet. They're definitely good for wide footers. If I was lowered in a car, those feet would help me keep from flipping over at really high speeds. One of their newer release, I haven't tried it yet. Cosmic Pepper is really good. It's basically a Lorem Sport with a lot of pepper. Absolutely, Boz. Absolutely, I mean, Prodalome or Armani Code for summer. Oh, Prodalome. Rec for summer night or Armani Code. Original Armani Code. Any night. That's one of the greatest scent profiles ever. I did. And Rey Mysterio and Cody's in there too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we've actually made it to the bottom. I had to skip a lot to get to the bottom. We're going to go ahead and shut it down. Dedrick's live. Everybody want to go check out Dedrick. He's got Chris, the CEO, for some fucking reason. I didn't know that was going to be a thing live over there. So go check those guys out. Yesterday I smelled Alexandria 2. It smelled straight up acetone. Really? It's been a while since I've smelled it, but I don't remember it smelling like acetone, like nail polish remover. That's kind of weird. Was it fake? Were you at a boutique? It's kind of weird. You're the first person to tell me that. Yes, sir. You have a good one, Boz. Yeah, not my experience. It's been a long time since I smelled it, but acetone was not my experience that I remember. We'll end on that. What an interesting segue. Yeah, my man, it's been a long time since I smelled it, but maybe nose blindness. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most people really like Alexandria too. Jonathan, good to see you, sir. Well, I appreciate all of you. Go check out my man, Dedrick Hicks Jr. He is live. We will be back tomorrow. Not sure what the topic will be. It won't be a random shit talking session like this. Who knows? It might be. You never know. At some point, it always ends up being that, right? I think you should try it first. I don't know. I think that's a bold blind buy for you, Kara, personally. I think Wild Fruits is a big-time green light for you. I think Prada Black's a little bit of a wild blind buy. I think if you could try it first, I mean, you could do worse. It's going to be a unique fragrance in your collection. I can guarantee you don't have anything that smells like Prada Black. It's very unique. I mean, fuck it. If you're feeling frisky, fuck it. If you won't miss the money, somebody will take it off you if not. So it's not like you'll be stuck with it if you don't like it. You can get rid of it. That's a popular fragrance. So kind of look at it that way. It's a bold move, but not the worst move. And on that note, we'll leave it at this. I appreciate you guys for coming hang out. Thank you to everybody that gave super chats. I appreciate all of you being here and just coming bullshit with me for a little while. Make sure to like the stream. Check out one of the 2 videos from today if you haven't yet. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. In that case, go for it. Y'all have a good one, guys.